Go.
Okay, guys, it's Troy Casey in the Vortex. We're gonna do some Qigong in the Vortex. Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel it? All right, so beautiful day. You gotta get up when it's cool to actually get your Qi on. So this morning, let's check it out. Troy, am I in the frame? My toes in the frame?
Yep.
Okay, we're just gonna shake it out a little bit, guys. Get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of rhythm into the body. These exercises are great for anyone dealing with rehabilitation. They're dealing with chronic fatigue, autoimmune. The body requires movement every day. Exercise is a necessity, not a luxury. So the purpose of exercise is to move the lymph. So you got to move the body every day. So little gentle movements like this with your limbs, right, all the way down to your metatarsals and your toes, all the way up to your fingertips and your neck and your head. Right? Get everything moving, and the more rhythm you can get, whether that's walking. Every time you move that, it shakes. All right, let's continue the tutorial here. So even when you're walking, you've got, this is a rhythm. This is the cross crawl. This is the way we're designed to move through time and space. So you can walk in place if you want to get a basic general movement exercise, and that's all you can do, that's fine. But I'd like to throw it into a little bit of rudimentary Qigong moves. Qi means energy, Gong means practice. And so this particular move was coined the Zen Swing by Paul Chek. It's a hybrid move to the Tai Chi warm-up. Right? So we're knocking on heaven's gates. We're up in the Qi energy for the kidneys, organs, massaging the organs, getting a gentle twist into the body. Right? So you could start out with a warm-up like that, or you could just start out with the Zen Swing, which is hybrided from that exercise. Close the eyes, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Tongue on the roof of the mouth, practicing the mewing, the nasal breathing, which you should always do. Train your body to breathe through the nose at all times. Troy, don't move that, please, because then it ends up looking kind of choppy. Looks a little choppy for the viewers at home. So keep swinging, guys. 75% of your weight comes up on one foot. You swing back the other side. Eyes are on the horizon for the most part, so the twist goes into the cervical units. Right? Get that twist up there. And it's such a gentle, fluid twist. You don't notice it, especially if you are extremely athletic and strong. But the older you get, the more you can notice it. So just know that this generates Qi. Qi means energy. Gong means practice. So what I challenge people to 100 days of this. 100 days of simple, rudimentary Qigong exercises. Because from here, you're going to want to find out your tweaks. Oh, there's something in the neck. All right. Well, if I throw my arms forward, that goes into my shoulder heads, which gets into my brachial plexus and my scalenes, which are intramuscular. They're woven all up in the neck. It's really intense. So to get those kinks out, because the mind stores tension in the body, to get those kinks out are slow, gentle, rhythmic, unwinding movements. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Throwing your hands forward in a hybrided type of Zen swing. This works on the shoulders, the neck. But ultimately, it works on the consciousness, right? As above, so below. Flexible mind, flexible body. So just gentle swinging, guys. You can do this 5 minutes for a warm-up, and to really just get the tissues moving in the morning, or you could do it for 20 minutes. Dusk and dawn, hour or 2 hours before dusk and dawn, optimal time for Qi. Grounded to the earth, sun on the body, that's optimization. You're gonna have maximum Qi. If it's raining, even more Qi. The ground is wet, Qi. Get your Qi on, baby. There's nothing like dew on the grass, cool grass. Feels so amazing. So we're gonna do a hybrid of this, and we're just gonna hinge at the hips. So get a little bit more different dynamic into the neck. And then you come back up into hands forward. And so you're just loosening up, because eventually your body, you're gonna want to get full activation of your apparatus. You're gonna want to stretch out your hip flexors. So then you're gonna want to work on your balance and your dynamics at the same time. But we're not going there first. We're just in the Zen Swing right now. We're loosening up the tissues. And again, if you find a nice rhythmic exercise, you can just literally make it up. So give yourself permission and poetic license to explore your body and how you're feeling. Tongue on the roof of the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Gentle Zen swing. Opening up the body. Sending rhythmic, gentle, rhythmic, harmonic energy into the body. I've got the energy of the sun and the stars, energy of the earth. I'm sitting on top of a vortex, dude. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? 'Cause I can. It's Troy Casey, certified health nut, reporting live from planet Earth. Woo! All right, let's do some ape hands. All right, so that was the Zen Swing. All right, shake it out a little bit, little bioenergetics. Just make sure your ankles, your toes, everything are working. Okay, ape hands. Throw our hands gently into the ground. This will also help recycle some of your emotional baggage. It's opening up the upper thoracic. It's opening up, it's gonna open up your breathing patterns by 50%. Shoulder, neck, it's all intertwined. But more importantly, your mind stores tension in the body, and it ends up going into the neck, the shoulders. We carry the weight of the world on us. And unless you're doing stuff like this, loosening up the body, mobilizing the tissues, surfing, yoga, running, you know, Qigong, you're not going to get into it, right? So we're doing some shoulder crossovers to open up the shoulders a little bit more too. One arm in front of the other. Go back to the ape hands. Get your knees and ankles and hips into it. Play with your neck, position of your hands. It's going to open up the rib cage, shoulders. See how square you can hit your fingers. See how symmetrical your hands are. See how square you can hit your palms. Again, that's just a little exercise I just make up, right, to see my own symmetry, my own biomechanics. That feels amazing. Hey, brother. That feels amazing in the old shoulders, which is perfect time to start with the shoulder rolls, right? Just little gentle ones. See where your shoulder mobility is. Some you're lifting up the hands and the elbows. Others you're just staying straight. Right? See what rhythmic you need. Then we go forward. Forward and backwards. Right and left. Get that rhythm in there. By any means necessary. Woo! Then we'll start putting all this together in a few minutes for the free flow. And if you're already there and you're like, hey, I got my own free flow, man, I'm gonna go for it. Go for it. All right, shake out the legs. Okay, let's do some lower extremity. Just do the pendulum on one leg. This is gonna work on your balance, which is related to your memory. The brain is magnificent. You have to nourish it and utilize it. Anything you don't use, it's move it or lose it. It's gonna atrophy. Can you see my feet here, Troy?
Yeah.
Just see what kind of dynamic, rhythmic symmetry you have in your own body. Whatever you lack, that's where your edge is. Everybody has their own edge. My edge and your edge may differ in comparison, but it's still my edge. And again, from here you can work on your balance any way you see fit. You could do the old side kick to the front kick. I'm sure some of you more advanced martial arts practitioners can give me some pointers on my posture. Me, I'm just adopting whatever little training mechanisms I can get inside my system and get as dynamic as possible. I've been working on the hip flexor punch, kick, block position for almost 2 years that I learned from a YouTube sensei out in Asia. Sifu is really cool. Super dynamic, man. He can kick his foot straight up, like you feel it through the screen. And so, you know, that's this move. Bam, bam, bam. He taught me that. And so I've been working on that for a while. Just the mobility, the strength, the flexibility, and the strength. So, all right, let's do some, I gotta do this foot now. Because I did the other foot. Woo! Never underestimate the power of this balancing stuff, guys. My earth runners and my vibrams are very challenging to put on one foot. A lot going on there. And actually, the older I get, the more important I feel it. Because I get exhausted sometimes when I'm tired, tying my shoes on one foot. It means my nervous system, I get to work on it for the rest of my life. Okay, so we got those. Did a little bit of leg movement. Let's lubricate the hips. Out, out. Knee up, out. Lubricating the tissues, guys. Lubricating the tissues. How many minutes are we on, Troy?
For 15.
And then out and in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Okay. Up, out, up, out. Ooh. I can feel where I'm out a little bit. Opposite direction. Okay. Now we're going to put it together with that hip flexor stretch. So again, we're all sitting, we're domesticated. We used to do a full body squat to eat and to sit down. We don't do that now. So the hip flexors are getting tight, psoas is getting tight, shutting down the glutes, and then people are getting syndrome X. You can tell me to move back too, Troy.
That's cool.
So just lift the arm up, get into that, get into everything. Hips, sacrum. Go to the other side just to feel the stretch, right? We're feeling the dynamic elements of our own body. Play with your position of your hands and your arms to get a different dynamic stretch. Right, and then we put it together. I should learn Sifu's name, but a little short guy. I think he's from Thailand. So in Kung Fu, you should be able to come from this position, right, to be able to come back and block and then throw another punch very dynamically, and also come from here and kick. Right? Now I don't have that level of training, but I'm willing to practice it for the rest of my life because I know how much dynamic athleticism it brings into my body. So just practicing with this very simple movement, right? It's dynamic, legs are spread, you're balancing, you're flexible, your flexibility, stability. Play with your mechanics. Just play with it. I've been practicing this stuff for 2 years. What does this teach you about your own tightness here? You want those six-pack abs, but your psoas and your hip flexors are too tight. Your ass is falling. You don't have the dexterity to keep your posterior chain up and to keep your abdominal wall. It's all connected. So my point is keep moving, guys. You can also get into the full hip flexor stretch and punch back and forth. Or just stick your hand out like a block. This is going to get into the rib cage. Shake that out, guys. Shake it out. All right, and now is the freestyle portion of it. Just give yourself permission to do whatever. So Zen Swing, arm circles, swimming through the universe. Slow. Punch, block, kick. Again, we can go slow. This way you don't have to worry about form. Not that form doesn't have its own ballast in reality, its own aspect. But if intuitively you can find your own form, I think that is magic. And it's always good to work with a good sensei, sifu, anyone to teach you so you can learn more dynamics. And that's with acting or any kind of skill. Learn from the masters, learn from everyone, even the bad guys that suck, because then you can learn more about yourself. And then integrate what you can and utilize. Make it beautiful. The more beauty really just represents symmetry. So the slower you can make it, just get out there and move your tissues, guys. Move your tissues to relieve your issues. God bless and have a great day from the Vortex in Sedona. It's Troy Casey, Certified Health Nut.